this is going to be controversial, but this is I think important. So the problem with this is that, all right, so a 35-year-old single woman who's making $400,000 a year, right? And that they're looking for their equal counterpart. And that makes sense, right? But it's like the difficult part about that is that the equally yoked man who's 35 that's making $500,000, he's probably already in a relationship, he's probably married. The ones that's not married, they're not necessarily looking for somebody that's 35. They're looking for the 28-year-old. So now it's like, okay, you're either forced with a decision to just remain single or look down. Now there is the truck driver. Now there's the UPS man who's a great man, but who's making $80,000 a year, right? Because now it's equal. It's hard to find that equal counterpart. Men, you could be 50 years old, and it's not. The age doesn't really matter.
No, and I've said this, and this is controversial, right? That because of the way society values gender roles, right? So the way in which we find a woman attractive, what are we really talking about under that? And it doesn't hurt my feelings. Let's just say it. People across the spectrum culturally, but we're talking about Black people, so let's center that. Black women are assessed around our beauty, our aesthetic, physical beauty, and there's biological reasons for that, and our fertility and our youth. Those are the main things that a man is going to be assessing when deciding if you are for him. And then it's going to be the quote soft skills. It's going to be, do you make him feel loved, catered to, loyal? Are you relatively non-confrontational, not too much pushback or challenges around ideas and decisions? And those are the things that would really make you just highly desirable in the dating market as a woman. Now let's go to men. What makes a man highly desirable in a dating market? It is going to be finances. It's going to be your ability to provide financially and fiscally. It's also going to be your physicals, kind of your stature. Like there's a reason why, this 666 thing, I think that's really corny, but whatever. But there's a reason why a lot of women will swipe right on men that are at least 5'10", 6 feet. They want to feel there's some physical dominance coming from a man. Then you've got, just kind of age. There's a reason why older men, like you just said, bro, like 50 plus, that's not a deterrent for most women, because that presumes more stability. That presumes you've lived life longer and you can probably protect and know and help and navigate these spaces better and more effectively than I can in my youth. So you're right. Kind of the way in which we assess and evaluate.
So I'm going to pause it for a minute. We were saying this. Why would a man that got resources, Mr. Six Figures, as we call him, why would he take a chance on being married? I mean, it's a risk. I mean, if he already comfortable in getting everything, his house is clean. He got maids. He got a woman come over, rub his back, and can, drain his lower regions, all that good stuff. Why would they take this risk, man?
Like I alluded to before, I mean, exactly. Why would he do that? I mean, he has everything to lose. I mean, like guys like of that stature, like, 50 Cent and all those higher up guys. I mean, why would they get married? Because they have to keep that in the back of their head that like somebody is there for all their resources. And so in any instance that, they can jeopardize that, like 50 and Floyd Mayweather, Rick Ross, all those high value guys, they get married and, they have to keep in the back of their mind that, that person is there for all their resources and could possibly lose it upon marriage.
What you got?
So I basically I think it's foolish that's why a lot of young dudes, because I'm 30, so I see why a lot of dudes nowadays, like Gen X, Gen Z, and all these, they're not even looking towards marriage, because at the end of the day, like I keep trying to explain to Crystal and Heathen Queen, most men are not in the dating market. So by the time we work our way up, because we got to build our value, we got to live in reality. That's what they talk about, the red pill. Red pill is reality. The reality for us, we have to build our way up. So at 15, I started building my way up, grabbed my house, kept a job ever since. I've been doing all this stuff. So imagine me getting my way up into my prime, building my way up, pay my house off, then a woman wake up, get bored, divorce me, and take it all. Then what? It's not worth it. A lot of these women, it ain't worth it. And then on top of that, when I talk about a woman's past and body count, why I say that matters, because if she been through all these dudes, you didn't give your and I was
The best for yourself.
incel. Yeah, I was an incel. I wasn't having sex all this time. I was just building. I'm trying to make a better life. So when you come in my life, you ain't got to worry about nothing. So by the time you get into my life, the thing women don't understand when they come to what they call good guys, nice guys, they got to do the cleanup work. So he got to hear all her trauma. He got to listen to this, that, and the third. So it's just not worth it for men to get married nowadays. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth
So
it.
what?
Even when the dude, when Wilson was asking y'all the question, what he gonna get out of that? They didn't have no real answer for that. And she gonna say, "Oh, well, that's just up to the man." But at the end of the day, I can tell you exactly what I provide. Exactly.
So where's your stance? Real quick, what's your stance on women with children? Are you opposed to being a stepfather or anything like that?
I think dudes should stop being stepfathers. I think the courts, the American law needs to change. I think once a woman has a child with a man, she should be mandatory to have to stay with him for the whole 18 years till the kid
Boy,
leave the
that was
house.
slow.
I
That was
think
slow
that's a
down
mandatory.
abortions.
I think it should be a law that women should be accountable for who they open their legs to. That's how it was before birth control came into the system. Birth control came into the system. Now all these women, they in Freaknik, they doing all this stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
That
So,
part.
and that's the thing we be trying to tell y'all. Most men ain't in the dating market. Women don't even want to settle down nowadays until like Crystal said, when they hit 30 after they done been ran through, they had all these experiences. I haven't even been on the airplane yet. Most women, oh yeah, I done been to Dubai, I done been here, I done been there. I ain't even been on the airplane yet. I could get on the airplane, but that's the experience I ain't had yet. You know what I'm saying? So if you didn't live your life and then you come to me, now you're gonna be bored and stuff like that because I'm just starting to live my life because I've been building this whole time. So,
Hey, just
yep,
a Jordan.
I hear that.
yep.
Hey, don't you think that you'll do better like weeding out and differentiating yourself from those oddball type women?
I think most women are them eyeball type women. I think most, the vast majority.
But no, I'm saying like as far as that for dating purposes, like you differentiating from those 3 or 4 type women, and like like you said, you was looking for those type of women that you dated, like look like those women you picked up out of Walmart and Target, but
Hmm.
you can like set them aside and tell them apart.
Yeah, I can tell the difference. I can tell the difference. But the thing that I could tell about all of them, they've all had that lifestyle, and now they're at a point in life where they're ready to settle down and stuff. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. You done had that lifestyle and all that stuff like that. But what makes you think I want to settle for you now? Now that you notice me and all that stuff like that.
No,
So
I'm saying no. I want to say that because I mean it's something about you that's attracting those women. That's why I say that. So
I
I'm saying
disagree.
like so. Okay, so all right, so initially we are initially what we attract. So like if you attracting and you dealing with these type of females, then it's some accountability that we as men we have to take because we attracting to these type of females and we actually dealing with them. So in that space in that regard, we have to take some form of accountability and not putting it all on them. The fact that they're 3 or 4s, but the fact that we are taking a chance and dealing with these females that we most likely should not be dealing with.
Would you agree to the statement that most men aren't in the dating market right now?
For good, yes and no. I say yes because a lot of them see that the majority of these women are 3 or 4s and not wives,
That part.
and no because partially because of the other side of the coin, but I think it's all indicative of the fact that we're all looking for some form of leverage in some way. And like us some of them demanding 50-50, some of them demanding like but a man come in and pay majority of my bills, even though the fact that I do got 2 other kids from a prior situation, which is bull
Yep.
jive.
Yeah.
So but we just gotta I mean survey it the best way possible and just be as cautious as possible and weed out those 3 or 4s and those unfavorable individuals that we shouldn't deal with, that's coming to extract and not add to our lives.